What's up, podcasters? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Branding Banter, your promotional products podcast, where you can get all the nerdy news you need to know about. My name is Jeff Franklin, Director of National Sales at Headwear.
Meg Gerber. He froze. Sorry, I thought I was frozen. I'm Meg Gerber, the CXO.
Oh, I feel like Meg's back in New Jersey.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. So Sarah Goshgarian Unruh, Senior VP of Sales over at Market Fuel, but I'm wearing this today. I feel like I've got to represent also the board president for PPAS.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Product Association Southwest.
There you go.
Do I go now?
Yeah. Go ahead, JQ.
Yeah. Jenna Quaranta, I love saying this. It's such a cool title. Currently the Director of Sales, Training, and Development at HPG Brands. Yes.
Yeah.
Super rad.
Hoorah.
Yeah, that is what's up, right? Like I'm the only one in the industry with that title, I think. So not bad.
You are.
Yeah, that's pretty
You
cool.
are. I think
That
you
is
can say
very
that.
cool. And she's my friend.
Of confidence.
No,
So
she's
Sarah,
very
why
happy.
would you
I'm excited to be here, guys.
Sarah, why would you be wearing that polo today?
So today we had our golf tournament, which was phenomenal. Like best weather you could ever ask for in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in September. I mean, chef's kiss to the weather. It was amazing.
Aw, I wish I
I'm
could
gonna
have
steal
gotten to
that.
that.
Yeah,
Chef's
it was
kiss.
a great turnout. And so, and we have our expo tomorrow. So tomorrow is our big expo, which I think we're the only other ones who call it an expo other than PPAI, but it is our largest trade show. We do an end user show. All of our shows in Texas are end user. And so we have PPAS tomorrow. And then Thursday is the Hot Stuff show, which is HPPA. So I got to give a shout out to my co-state regional
Sister
association. I think we're also the only ones who have a co-state regional. And so with HPPA. So Tish from that group, she's president right now. And so she came up and helped. So it's awesome. So I love being able to catch up.
Actually, doesn't Florida have like 3 of them?
Ooh, I don't know. Are they all? I know there's PPAF, but then I know there's
California.
I don't know if they're all associations or if it's just PPAF is the association. I don't know.
No, so PPAF and Gold Coast Promotional Products Association as well. And then I feel like there's one more, but maybe not.
Yeah.
And
Zach.
California has 2 as well. So, opening week of football.
Like we're not talking
Sarah?
about
Week of football.
All right,
Sarah,
so
Sarah,
JQ, I feel like we got to fill you in. So our fantasy league, right? So Meg and I were against each other this week. So it was like the two of us up against each other. And we don't even need to have the Monday night football game because I got spanked this week. So my defense,
I just have a couple players left.
but like my quarterback bros, like, I mean, they won the game, but like no points. And then Kittle is my tight end and he got hurt. And so I just
wasn't your
Well,
week. It's okay.
not my week.
Okay.
So
I had Kittle in my other league, and he's the reason I'm losing that. But yeah, it just sucks. And I just was telling BJ, I'm like, I just can't lose against Sarah because we're gonna talk about it. So I was like, I don't care. Like, make sure I have all the right people in.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. So I literally texted, like, Jeff is asking, or Meg's asking something about who does the matchups or whatever. And I was like, we're not talking about football. Like, I'm just not talking right now. Sorry.
So JQ, you said you started or you tried fantasy last year. It wasn't for you.
Oh, Jeff, I'm embarrassed. Yeah, I did. My family got me wrangled into it. I liked the draft. There was good snacks and good beer, and it was fun. And then I realized once I started getting text messages, hey, Jenna, you have some injured players, or hey, Jenna, move some players up. I was like, log into what? Where am I logging into? I'm on the road. What do you mean log into what? Do I have to do it today? And then they just kept pinging me, Jenna, move your players. And I thought, well, this just is not for me. So I can throw football and I can catch one, but I don't think that it's for me.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot.
Oh my God.
Basically, your key takeaway, JQ, for Sarah is to set your lineup weekly. That's the main takeaway.
Yeah. And just enjoy the snacks and go and, just enjoy the snacks.
Fair enough.
Well, my goal now, Jeff, is just to not end up on the bottom, right? Like, I just don't want to end up in last place. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
will say, if you end up in last, you draft first next year.
Well.
So you might just want to sandbag it now.
Okay. Like just like might as well throw in the towel.
Yeah. All right. So what do we want to talk about? JQ, there's a lot going on with you, obviously. We want to talk about a webinar I think that you've got coming up, as well as some other stuff with the professional development side of things. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Let's definitely talk about the professional development, and I can share kind of where my focus is and what I'm trying to do for the industry, and kind of where my heart's at. I have a sales academy, which is so neat that I had this idea, right, to put this 6-week curriculum together. And really what started out as this one-on-one experience where I'm coaching distributors. It's so cool. It's turned into keynote speeches and virtual workshops. My gosh, I have some days where I'm doing 2 to 3 workshops in a day for groups of over 100 people in the industry. And I'm customizing the workshops, and there's a survey that I'm now throwing out to gather pain points. Last week, I just did a workshop for a group on how to navigate risk in sales. Did another one last week, how to close out the year strong and plan for 2026. Did another one last week on the art of cross-selling and upselling. So it's really neat that I'm given these opportunities to serve the industry. And I don't build this stuff alone. I talk a lot about the consultants in my life. I have a couple of trauma experts I work with, and a gentleman named Mark Jackson, who was my mentor through my LAPD process, but he's a retired detective, and I consult with him quite a bit on negotiation tactics and how I even build the academy. So I don't build this stuff alone. I wouldn't want to do that, but just trying to put tools out there to help sales reps find the best version of themselves and really just scale the industry. The industry needs to grow. Jeez Louise, we need to grow.
It's funny. We were having a conversation. Mike Hicks and sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, go ahead, Sarah.
No, I was going to say Mike Hicks and I had some of that conversation today, and so one of your fellow HPGers over there about like our industry and growing from an industry perspective of what that looks like. I feel like that number 26.8 billion has been out there for such a long time.
Sarah, it's so frustrating for me that it is my goal to be like, come on, guys, start re-engaging, start asking different questions. We're leaving money on the table. They're leaving our industry. They're going somewhere. What is happening here? We got to grow?
Yeah. Where do you find from your conversations right now? This is a good question. Like where are the pain points right now? Like, where do you find of like the gaps, the biggest holes?
Great question.
With distributors, what they're dealing with, what they're up against?
Distributors. Yep.
Yeah, my goodness. I actually was building a workshop, Kaiser and Blair. I'm doing a rather large sales workshop for them in the next few weeks. And I was actually building the deck before this. And it's really neat what I did. I sent out this survey, and the sales reps have had around 60 days to dump in pain points. I ask a lot of questions. What resources do you use? Some use HubSpot, some use ZoomInfo. So I'm also gathering what sales reps are using and leaning on as tools in the industry. The pain points are all the same. Prospecting, how to land bigger customers, how to grow, how to use LinkedIn, how to convert LinkedIn messages and invites into sales, how to wake up dormant customers, how to work better with my sales manager, how to get the support I need from my sales manager. I'm not getting support from my sales manager. What do you do in this situation? I'm not landing RFPs. How do I manage that? It's endless. It's endless, but it really comes down to prospecting and outreach, re-engagement, how to bring back former customers, and how to win and expand, how to close.
I will say I did the one-on-ones with Jenna last year, and it was incredible. Like, I was able to then turn that stuff around and kind of put it into through our things and make it. And man, there's so many of our Performa owners that benefited from that and that adored and loved JQ. They spoke volumes of her, and they invited you back this year to the convention, right? So how was that?
Yeah. Thanks for saying that, Meg. It was incredible. And anytime that I'm invited into the field, I just, not only do I get to represent HPG, of course, but I just get to share my sales tools. I actually walk around now with business cards just with my prospecting schedule, and I'll just hand it out. Talk tracks, questions that our customers can be asking end users. I just hand it out, right? Like I want to help people, and I don't need to get into it, but that's what I feel like I'm destined, to be here to do, is serve others. But through that, I have to hand out what I've learned and what I've built, and seems to be working well for me. So
No, I think it's doing great. And it's funny because so we had a big decorator that was at our event today. And that was the first time in a while that from a regional perspective, we've had a large decorator show out. And it was interesting because he was like, we're trying to expand into the promotional products. They do some incredible t-shirts from rock bands and like really well-known companies that are out there, but they're trying to expand and offer promo. And they don't know a lot lot it.
My brain's exploding.
And
for
I'm
them. I'm like,
so
I'll tell you
surprised.
exactly what to do. Like, come
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Like
there's
but
the
it's
growth,
surprising.
right? The decorators, we have decorators that could sling millions, bro, right? Like exhaust your company list, figure out who's buying apparel from you. What are they not buying from you? Are they not buying journals? Are they not buying tech? Are they not buying this? Go say, hey, I can sell this shit too. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Just go tell them. They got bring it up. Hey, you can use this for me too. Let's partner here too. Go grow the business.
I think it's so interesting that like because there's been this division, right, for such a long time of people either being in the promo, being in print, or being decorators. I feel like there's been like those three buckets for a really long time, and people kind of get upset about the crossover that's happening. But there's a lot of mergers that are happening. But I think it's to your point, people are like they want the growth. They know from a business standpoint, they can't stay stagnant. And so like, how else are they going to tap into their customers? And they got to offer more. And
they're just leaving money on the table. If they already own the relationship,
100%.
You're just leaving money on the table. When you don't bring it up, you're leaving it on the table. Somebody else is going to take it. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. I know.
Speaking of mergers and acquisitions, I mean, should we mention the whole BDA and
I know. And Harper and Scott, that's huge.
Incredible. Oh,
congrats to both incredible companies.
100%.
Like that, like you didn't even see that coming. Like, you know, because being on that side of it for so long, you're always like, you always hear the rumblings of who's looking. Didn't even see that coming. And that's incredible.
Oh,
yeah.
The thoughtfulness that had to go into those decisions, right? Like I admire that. My goodness, the hard work that went into that. Wow. Wild.
Yeah.
No, it'd be exciting to see how they transition.
Yeah, Harper was they were part of the legacy group, so I don't know what that means then for like does BDA then become legacy or does they just lose Harper and Scott as a legacy distributor?
I don't know.
I would imagine. I don't know.
I would imagine
Harper would
underneath the BDA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Side of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not
Because
part of
BDA was not a member of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how that stuff shakes out.
Yeah.
So.
Hashtag subscribe.
And JQ, you mentioned something about DCX up for that as well.
Yeah, DCX is doing something really cool, right? They're throwing out a webinar, and I'm going to be on a panel with someone else, and it's hosted by a gentleman named Tyler, who just looks like he has this kind of stand-up comedian flair to him. So I'm excited to be on his panel. But we're talking about when to grow the sales team, when to invest in sales support, how to know it's time. So I'm excited to have that conversation. You know what that looks like, what sales support should be doing. You know, and for me, I'm going to take the hunting approach. Sales support should still be re-engaging. Re-engagement and growing the business is not just the sales team's responsibility. It's everyone's opportunity.
I think it's everyone, even from a supplier standpoint. Like that's what I will say. And so I had worked with JQ also, Meg. And so same thing from a supplier standpoint and a lot of the conversations that we had, but the re-engagement side is hands down to me the number one thing that any account manager forgets about. And so of how easy it is in order to re-engage with your customers.
Leaving money on the table. They're former clients, right, Jenna? If they haven't spoken to them in 90 days, they're former clients.
Yes.
The thing that I love so much about the virtual assistants and having somebody, especially like a DCX or somebody like that brings those trained professionals into the industry, because we are a 97% small business and there's so many like onesies and twosie types of companies out there. And they could sell more, like JQ, to your point, like, hey, we really need to get out there and expand and sell more and re-engage and do all that. But there's so many small business owners that are bogged down in the day-to-day operations of the business. And I think if you can hire somebody like from DCX, a virtual assistant, to manage a lot of those tasks to free you up to then allow you to go out and sell and to re-engage, I think that's huge. And I don't know if people just don't understand how to utilize the VA thing, like why it hasn't. I mean, it has really blown up a lot, but it's not like exploded to where it should be. So a lot of growth there, I think, and people should jump on board.
And is this something that DCX is promoting as like, hey, utilize us? Like, we're going to take this
Yes.
off your plate for re-engagement. And I think that's,
Yes.
it's almost hard for salespeople sometimes because they don't find the time. If you don't build it into your actual weekly calendar, you're not going to do it because you get so busy that you just don't think of those things. But if you're not re-engaging, checking in on them, offering something that is educational, not always salesy, you stay top of mind. But if you're just constantly selling them or selling them online, calling, emailing, you're just gonna get ignored. So when you do
it doesn't
reach
scale
out,
the relationship.
yeah,
Right? Like, it does not scale a relationship at all. And think about how we build relationships in real life, right? We re-engage our friends. Hey, how's it going? How's the new boyfriend? How's the new job? Or how's the kids doing? How's soccer? We re-engage our family and friends. We ask questions. We active listen. Okay, I'll call you tomorrow and catch up again. We do that in real life, just do it in sales. That's how you scale relationships. If the relationship is there, you can ask your customers anything. If you can ask your customers anything, you can sell anything. Can I get a copy of your event calendar? Thank you. Can I get this referral? Thank you so much. Because the relationship's there. You can ask anything you want. Does it make sense we explore this service that I think you're a candidate for? Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Jenna, if people want to, like, because you are a hot commodity, I'm sure your calendar is booked. Like, I can't. I'm sure it is. But if somebody wants to get on next year's waiting list, where should they reach out? Who should they reach out? Well, not who, obviously you, but where, what, when, all the things.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're curious about field training and even want to take a gander at the application and what I require in the application, and also on that same application, there's a link that you can click for testimonials. Meg, I feel like you're in there. Just go to the HPG website, hpgbrands.com/field training. And that's my little section of the website, hpgbrands.com/field training. You'll see the application. You'll see more testimonials, things like that. But otherwise, reach out to me, anytime. jq@hpgbrands.com, and I'll have a conversation with anyone anytime about what I'm up to, what I'm doing, and how to get involved.
Awesome. Any other questions?
Is there anything, any takeaway, any other last pieces of advice that you would give some sales reps, stuff that you've learned through your life, things that you shouldn't do, just a last piece takeaway that you could give the salespeople that maybe they're just trying to figure out how to manage the work-life balance, or things at work, or just anything, because I know you have just a wealth of knowledge, and
Yeah, thanks for asking. First thing that came to mind is just sales reps. I encourage you to have some sort of a physical discipline. Jeff, I've seen you in the gym. Sarah, I know you're in the gym. Meg, I know you're in the gym. I'm in the gym. Get your butt in the gym. Otherwise, your relationships are going to tank. Your confidence is going to tank. You'll have no competitive edge. You'll be completely lost. You're going to have a higher risk of injury on the road. You're traveling. You're in hotels. You're on the airport, slinging samples around. So I'd say if you want to really scale your business, have some sort of a physical discipline.
Yeah,
I like it.
I do like that.
I'll arm wrestle everybody for the win.
Let's go.
I'd rather I can win at that versus football.
Jeff, where was that? I saw you in the gym. Was that in Nashville, or where? Well, that was a few weeks ago, right? We were in the gym together.
Yeah, I don't know if it was ASI Chicago, maybe, or
It was ASI. You're right. It was ASI. Yeah, that was awesome.
So did I just hear Sarah and Meg commit to doing an in-person arm wrestling competition?
I'm like,
oh
sure.
man,
lady strength, man. I do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, do we set this up at Expo? I think
Raise my right arm, not my left arm.
Raise money for Water for Good or for PPEF or something, right?
Wait a minute. This is good. I want in.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go.
I love it. We should do something, and we can winner, we get people to bid on it or whatever, and then it goes to our charity. I love it.
I love this. Let's take this somewhere and do it.
Yes, it'd be so fun. We gotta do something different. I love it.
All right, guys. Well, it's been fun.
Thanks,
JQ, thank you so much for your time. And until next time, guys, we'll be seeing you.